What's up, guys? Daily Kamel here, and I am back with one of my favorite video series. You guys know and you love it, the Duel World Update. Now, we have a lot of news. You guys know on Christmas we were very busy. There was a lot of news released. As you can see here, they have went and confirmed some of it. The main box has been, it has taken me to a web page it seems, but the main box has been released. It says it will come up New Year's Eve like we thought it would. So congrats, you're going to get to play with this very soon in a couple days, 2 weeks before the new anniversary. That's great. The new ban list is out. We covered that as well. So that's all very nice. There's a new sale. But what we're really interested in, guys, you already know 12 Duel's upcoming updates. This is the best time of the month. So here we go. The first thing on our to-do list is the 4th anniversary. We have New Week and End of Week campaign. In January is the month Duel Links was released globally. In celebration of the anniversary, gifts are available at the beginning and the end of the week in January. So I wonder if they will be starting the event all month instead of just during the second week. It'll be very interesting to see how they conduct the anniversary event. If it starts the same time the box releases or the day after, that would be amazing, honestly. So, right after the anniversary event they're saying will happen in January, we have the first event in January, which is a mission circuit, which will happen alongside some other events. And for that event, we will be obtaining the UR card, Flying Elephant. This is a level 4 wind monster. This is an iconic Yu-Gi-Oh card. If you remember from the anime, this is the card that Pegasus tells Sam to play against Bandit Keith that will defeat him. And basically, this is what happens. Bandit Keith triggers this card's effect and he loses. So once per turn, if this card would be destroyed by their card effect, it is not destroyed. Once per turn during their end phase, if that effect was applied this turn, apply the following effect. During your next turn, if this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack, you win the duel. So essentially, if it survives destruction by card effect for whatever reason, and then it tries to attack directly the next turn, you win. So it's a little anime cheese card reference, call back to the original Duel monsters. Nothing much there. So this mission circuit will be going on at the same time as the next event that we talk about. Shark is coming back to Duel Links in early January. This will be the first event. It will be arriving after this Kite event ends and after this current Dark Signer event is Shark attack numbered appears. Unlock Shark Regional Castle as long as reward cards for their brand new skill. Full Armored Xyz Black Ray. Okay, so this is Shark's second event appearance since his unlock. So his next appearance will be his final one, and he will be added to the gate after that. So we are getting the skill Full Armored Xyz Black Ray. So what does that mean? So that is actually a reference to a monster, an Xyz monster, Full Armored Black Ray Lancer. Now we have Black Ray Lancer in the game, so this skill can be one of two things. One, it can either turn a Black Ray Lancer that you have on the field into a Full Armored Black Ray Lancer. It can evolve it like Alternative Evolution. Or it could add Full Armored Black Ray Lancer to your extra deck, which I think would be much better because Black Ray Lancer is kinda weird. It's a rank 3 and this is a rank 4, and currently with the water deck the most accessible rank monster for you to summon is rank 4. So let's read this effect. Let's see. It is a Beast Warrior Water Xyz monster that requires 3 level 4 water type monsters. So depending on how this card is added in the duel, it will depend on if the summoning condition matters or not. So You can also Xyz summon this card by using a rank 3 water Xyz monster you control that has no Xyz materials as Xyz material. So this is how it's typically supposed to be summoned on top of a Black Ray Lancer. But depending on how we get it, again, that may or may not be relevant. It may just evolve a Black Ray Lancer, so we may not get the card. This card gains 200 attack for each Xyz material attached to it. If this face-up card would be destroyed, you can detach all of its Xyz materials instead. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target one spell trap your opponent controls to destroy that target. So, this is not a very good Xyz monster at all. It is much less useful than the regular Black Ray Lancer. Even though its effect is not very good and negates the monster's effect, this one destroys a spell trap if it destroys a monster, and it's at 2100, and it's very hard to get out. So I do not think this card's effect will ever be used, and I don't think it will be seeing any type of play. It is a Beast Warrior, so it does not benefit from any of Shark's skills because they protect Sea Serpent type Xyz monsters only. So it's kind of rough. I don't think you will be playing Full Armored Xyz, but still play the event because you will want to unlock Shark if you missed the previous event. So next, we can see here, event exclusive DSOD Yugi Moto is being added to the gate, and the Pathway to Chaos skill is also being added as a lifetime mission. Very, very nice. A lot of people were worried about having access to DSOD Yugi, although a lot of people did get it in his previous appearance during the event, the Cubic event. So now he's in the gate. Everyone can get it. Nice. Next, we have here Tour Guide Mission Bingo, also going to be going on in early January. All of these early January things are kind of going to be happening simultaneously during the first 10 days of January. And this says, complete Tour Guide Mission Bingo to get some awesome rewards such as gems and the new UR card, Crane. So Crane is an Xyz era card. Level 3 Earth Winged Beast. When this card is normal summoned, you can target one level 3 monster in your graveyard, special summon that target, but its effects are negated. You can only use this effect of Crane once per turn, so pretty simple. Summon itself, get a level 3 from the grave, Xyz summon. We do not have very many good rank 3s in the game right now, and definitely none so good that it would justify you playing Crane in any deck. But, you know, it's a mission bingo, so you're going to be getting gems from completing the pages. So do it anyway. But Crane, it's not something that you should play in a deck after getting. Okay, so let's see what we've got after that. Next, it says mid-January, 4th anniversary campaign. There will be a campaign to celebrate the 4th anniversary of Duel Links. Okay, so I do believe that this will be the beginning of the 4th anniversary campaign. And just to talk a little bit about the 4th anniversary campaign, a couple of the things that we know will be happening 100% on the 4th anniversary campaign. We will be getting 1,000 gems, a Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon, a Blue Eyes White Dragon, the new Blue Eyes Structure Deck, and most likely, almost guaranteed, these selection boxes will be coming back and there will be a new selection box. So those 5 things will be happening, and we'll be getting 1,000 gems and Dream UR and SR tickets. And that's it? I think so. That's all that's happening, yeah. And half-price gem sale. Hopefully. All of those things should happen on the 4th anniversary. People will be like, Kamel, how do you know? But it's the 4th anniversary. Those things only come around during certain times in the year, and there's no better time for them to bring them around than the 4th anniversary campaign. So this is the best time to play Duel Links. Save up your gems, because your gems have the most value during this time in the game, and the game will be changing the most during this time. So this is going to be the hottest period to be playing Duel Links. January 12th, it begins. Heads up. Okay. After that, in mid-January, along with the 4th anniversary campaign, we will be having a raid duel, Dimensional Disaster, Indora Doomvolt, the Cubic Emperor. We have not had one of these events in a while because The cubic event we have is like the other one. It's super weird. Like the raid duels, I don't like them. But anyway, we're getting some new cubic card, and that is Cubic Ascension. This is a normal trap card. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, and by the way, I'm going to actually go look at Igami for this because the cubic, oh my god, it wants to show me something about the event. Oh, Kite went away. Anyway, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, special summon one Vijam the Cubic Seed from your deck. And if you do, change the attack target to it and perform damage calculation. If your opponent's life points are at least 2,000 higher than yours, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Special summon one Vijam the Cubic Seed from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Then, if only your opponent controlled a monster when this effect was activated, you can special summon up to 2 more Vijam the Cubic Seed. You can only use Cubic Ascension once per turn. So, if I remember correctly, Vijam the Cubic Seed is a vital part of the Cubic deck, but I don't think it is obtainable through regular use of Igami. I think you can only get it through the skill Cubic Seeds. Vijam the Cubic Seed. So, yeah, so boom, this is another way to get them out of your deck. But you already have to have some. So this adds 3 to your deck. So you get them out with these, and these can't be destroyed by battle. At the end of the damage step, if this card battled an opponent's monster, you can place this card in your face-up spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell. And if you do, place 1 cubic counter on that opponent's monster. Monsters with cubic counters cannot attack, also negate their effects. If this card is treated as a continuous spell card by this effect, during your main phase, you can special summon this card from your spell and trap card zone. And this card makes it so you can get these out and force your opponent's monsters to attack them. And then, if you're at a disadvantage at all, you can get them out on the field more easily. That's it. So it just makes cubics very annoying, essentially. Alright, good to know. So, the other card that is coming along with Cubic Ascension in that event will be the SR card, Gundari. This is a Pyro Spirit monster. This card cannot be special summoned. This card returns to its owner's hand during the end phase of the turn it is normal summoned or flipped face up. If this card battles a synchro monster, return both monsters to their owner's hands at the start of the damage step, without damage calculation. So, off the top of my head, any synchro deck in the meta right now, basically just Blackwings, really. Blue Eyes use some synchro monsters, but other than that, no synchro deck is really popping off. This will hurt Thunder Dragons, but it's just going to be a side deck against Blackwings, to be honest. But that's something to look out for. SR card from an event, it's free, go get it, why not? The cubic events are always very long, but you can auto-duel them, so it's whatever, man. Suck it up. Next. The Tag Duel Tournament is coming in mid-January. This event will be happening probably during the latter half of the anniversary campaign. Win Tag Duels into a game lottery coins and draw from the lottery. Get the new UR card, Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. Red Eyes Darkness Dragon is a level 9 Dark Dragon. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by tributing 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. This card gains 300 attack for each dragon type monster in your graveyard. Okay, so I'm not going to be a smartass. Of course, Red Eyes are not the greatest deck right now, but realistically, if you are someone who has Red Eyes and you use it frequently on the ladder, on PvP, or whatever, what is this card useful for? Well, you can use this card as a one-of in your deck because Red Eyes Slash Dragon counts as Red Eyes Black Dragon. And why would you want to tribute over a Red Eye Slash Dragon or a Red Eye Black Dragon with for this card? Well, if your Red Eye Slash Dragon gets, let's see, Floodgated, Canadian. I hope you can tribute it if it's face down. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. But if it gets Fiendish Chained and your Red Eye Slash cannot move, you can tribute this card over it, and it gains 300 for each Dragon type monster in the graveyard. It will instantly become 2,700. Plus, if you tributed it over a Slash Dragon, it will be 3,000 because you sent a vanilla Red Eyes there as well. So, what this card is for the Red Eyes deck, it is an out to when your Red Eye Slash gets locked down. It's just another powerful monster that you can bring out on top of it to make sure you can protect your life points. That's it. You're going to be able to get 3 of this card, but it's only going to be worth running 1 in your Red Eyes deck if you do play a full Red Eyes deck. That's all from that. And also, the SR card, Neos Force, will be available. This is an equip spell. Equip only to Elemental Hero Neos. It gains 800 attack. Then, when it destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the attack of the destroyed monster in the graveyard. During the end phase, shuffle this card into the deck. So I did say half there because this card's effect will definitely be nerfed upon entry to Duel Links. Yeah, that's it. Not great because you are probably never going to be using Neos, and it will be making Neos 3,300. 3,300 is enough to beat over just about any boss monster except Trinity, but you are not going to be summoning Neos in any deck to use this against. I do not even believe that Brave Neos counts as Elemental Hero Neos, so you won't be using that either. So, after the Tag Duel Tournament, there's also going to be a Duel Quest going on during late January. And you will be obtaining the SR card, Stealth Bird. This is an OG card, old card from like 2002, 2003, level 3 Dark Winged Beast. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position when this card is flip summoned, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. So yeah, this is an OG burn card, but in Duel Links, it will only be burning you for 500 damage. This is super toxic, and there's cards in Duel Links that can abuse this, so I'm glad it's not dealing 1,000. That would be ridiculous. So I'm interested to see what the burn experts cook up with this card. This is a very effective burn card. So, let's see, guys. Get to work. So, Duel Quests. But now, guys, this is it. This is it. This is what you have all been waiting for. Late January. This is your chance to unlock a certain character from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. Collect event-exclusive items to challenge the event character. I'll hunt your number, along with your soul. That's right, Kite Angel will be coming to Duel Links in late January, and he will be obtainable in this event. He already had a roaming event that just ended, as you saw earlier in the video, and he will be coming in late January after the anniversary campaign comes to an end, I believe. So this will be massive. Now, they did not give us any insight as to the cards that will be obtainable. They will likely tell us that later. But we actually do know. We do have some insight as to what cards will be obtainable. So, I don't know if you remember a couple videos ago. I forgot where I said it actually. But I did say that a bunch of Photon and Galaxy cards leaked. And they all leaked as UR cards. So I said that later, down the road, when they intend to add those cards into the game for us to obtain, they would modify the rarities for some of those cards. Well, guys, I have got for you the rarities of those cards that we're going to be talking about that were modified. So I'm going to be going through the modified rarities in just a moment while I bring them up to you. They are in order from SR to rare, normal. Don't worry, I will mention to you which ones are SRs, but there are only a couple. So, very quickly, these are the cards that were previously URs that are now changed. So I believe that these will be obtainable either from the event or Kaito level ups, or they're going to be in the Kaito starter deck. And yeah, that's it. Those are the only places that you're pretty much going to get them, or the new event. That's it. Okay, so let's look. The first card is Photon Vanisher. I'm going to enlarge any of these cards because they do have pretty nice effects. So I do believe this is going to be the card from the event that is not going to be obtainable after the event. It's going to go to tickets afterwards. And this is an SR. So this is a light level 4 warrior. 2000 attack, 0 defense. Cannot be normal summoned set. Must first be special summoned from your hand while you control a Photon or a Galaxy monster. Cannot attack the turn it is special summoned. You can only special summon Photon Vanishers once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can add one Photon Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your deck to your hand. An Xyz monster that was summoned using this card on the field as material gains its effect. Banish any monster destroyed by battle with this card. So this is a very good card, and this is a very new Photon card. This is not a part of the original allotment of Photon cards that came out in 2013, or even the ones that came out, not in 2013. This is one of the later ones that came out in 2014 with the new Photon archetype. And this card is very powerful. Why? Because it works very well with the boss monster of Photons. And basically, to summon him, you need 2 monsters with 2,000 or more attack points on the field and tribute them. So basically, what this does, if you control any other Photon or Galaxy monster that also has 2,000 or more attack, you can special summon it, and then you tribute them both. Galaxy Eyes, and then you're gonna search Galaxy Eyes by summoning this guy anyway. So perfect. You're gonna get an instant Galaxy Eyes summon once you have another Photon monster in this guy. So this is a very good card. I'm glad that it will be in Duel Links, and I hope that we will obtain it. Of course, I'm not 100% on any of this, but the fact that these cards' rarity has changed will mean something for us. You know, they don't just change them if they're only going to be obtainable by the NPC. Okay, so next we have Boton Pirate. This is a normal, it seems. You can banish one Photon monster from your graveyard. This card gains 1,000 attack until the end phase. You can use the effect of Photon Pirate up to twice per turn. And yeah, so essentially what this is a card that this is kind of a support card that is used to boost up your Photon monsters that you already have on the field so that you can summon a Galaxy Eyes. You can know it activates the effect up to twice per turn, and it can turn almost any Photon monster into a... Oh, no, you can only make this card gain 1,000. Interesting. Okay, never mind. You can only boost this guy up. Alright, not as good as I thought. That must be why it's normal. My fault. Kick W. Okay, the next card, though, is pretty good. Photon Lizard. This is an SR. You can tribute this card. Add one level 4 or lower Photon monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Photon Lizard once per turn. Now, of course, a search effect is very powerful, but the search effect is paired with the fact that this card is 900 attack. There is no way that you will be summoning a Galaxy Eyes off of this card. It is a light level 3. So what is summoning this card and tributing it right away kind of have for you to do with Galaxy Eyes? It kind of seems like a -1, right? You're not really getting a play. Well, you can do a couple things. You can normal summon this card and then you will be able to have Photon Vanisher special summon. You can search a Galaxy Eyes, and you contribute Galaxy Lizard to search a Photon monster like Photon Thrasher. I don't know if we have access to Photon Thrasher. We may. It is still not changed its rarity. I hope we will get it, but that's a combo. Tribute this Photon Thrasher, summon Thrasher, special Vanisher. That's a quick combo for Galaxy Eyes. But we will have to see. Currently, I don't think this is compatible with many of the cards that we have. We'll just have to see the other cards that they give us. Next Photon card. Twin Photon Lizard. And yes, I kind of thought this is the route that they would go with the Photon card's initial release in the events. The Twin Photon Lizard, this is a level 6 light dragon fusion monster, and it requires 2 Photon monsters. And it says, and it does require polymerization. You contribute this face-up card on the field. Special summon from your graveyard both of the fusion material monsters used for the fusion summon of this card. So, this card used to be good in the TCG because something called Main Phase 2 existed, right? You would summon 2 Photon monsters, fusion summon, attack with Twin Photon Lizard to kind of test out your opponent's defenses, and then you would, in the main Phase 2, detach, tribute this, and then go into both of the materials. If there were 2 monsters that had 2,000 or more, then you would summon a Galaxy Eyes. That is basically what the combo was with this card. And, yeah, it's weird. You're not going to want to play Polymerization to play this card in Duel Links. It's rough, and Polymerization is not worth this card. That's the only card you're going to be Fusion summoning for in Photons, and it's not worth you playing in the deck. Not at all. Next. Photon Saber Tiger. This is a card that is considered a staple of the Photon deck originally. When this card is normal or flip summoned, you can add 1 Photon Saber Tiger from your deck to your hand. If you do not control another Photon Saber Tiger, this card loses 800 attack. It has 2,000 attack and 3,000 defense. This is a normal in Duel Links. And yeah, I think there are way better strategies, and this card is straight up just too slow for Duel Links. I do not see any other special summoning mechanism in Photons yet that they have given us. So it is definitely going to be rough. We have cards like Photon Lead in the game that allow you to special summon another light monster. So you'll be able to get out 2 Saber Tigers, but how worth it is that going to be? Of course, keep in mind that all of these cards are going to work in tandem with Photon Vanisher, which is currently the best Photon card that we know we're probably going to have access to in some way. But again, this card in Photon Vanisher is not a Galaxy Eyes. This card is only 2,000 when you have another Saber Tiger on the field. So it will be 2,000 the next turn, which is just a little too slow for Xyz summoning. Well, it's too slow for summoning a boss monster in Xyz era, I should say. Okay, next we have Photon Circle. Light level 4 spellcaster. Any battle damage you take from battles involving this card is halved. Now, this card, there's no way it is going to be played in Duel Links. Back in the day in the TCG, in a 40 card deck, you could afford to play one of this guy just because he's a level 4 and you can use him for fodder for a rank 4 Z summon. But this in Duel Links is not worth you summoning. There are better level 4s, and you don't even have to play a Photon for that. We have Photon Crusher in the game already. There's no reason for you to play this when you can play Photon Crusher over that. Just think about that. Any level 4 Photon, is it better than Photon Crusher? Yes, no. Is it going to help me Xyz summon or summon Galaxy Eyes? Yes, no. If it's not, then I don't need it. Alright, next we have Photon Leo. This is a level 6 light beast. When this card is normal summoned, you can have your opponent shuffle their entire hand into the deck. Then they draw the same number of cards as they shuffled into the deck. So this is a weird cheese effect. And again, something that I can definitely tell you for a fact, and you're going to see a lot, In the early Xyz era, a lot of these Xyz era decks have these cards with these weird effects like this. And that is because, once again, in a 40 card deck, you can afford to play one of this card, one of that card, one of that card. Because eventually you're going to have a field with disposable monsters that you contribute off to get an effect like this and resolve it. But in Duel Links, not so much. Your monster zones are not disposable and you need to use them very carefully. Next, Photon Trident. This is a quick play spell. Target one face-up Photon monster you control. Until the end phase, it gains 700 attack. And if it attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. When it inflicts battle damage to your opponent this turn, you can target one spell trap card on the field, destroy that target. Now, this card is just not good enough to be played as a spell card in Duel Links. Why? Because its initial effect is not good enough. Gaining 700 and gaining piercing damage is not good enough. For a quick play spell effect, you need it to be able to make your monster immune to spell effects, trap effects, monster effects, something. It needs to give you some type of protection or immunity, and it only allows you to destroy a spell or trap after you've successfully went through with an attack. It's just not useful enough. There's going to be better spell cards for you to play, I believe. Galaxy Storm. Another quick play spell. Target one face-up Xyz monster on the field that has no Xyz material. Destroy that target. Okay. So what does this mean? Any Xyz monster that has either been revived by an opponent's effect or has exhausted all of its Xyz material, you will just be able to pop. And I do believe this is too situational. And by the way, both of these are normals. Yes, Photon Trident is a rare. Galaxy Storm is a rare. But the next card we're going to talk about is a normal, and that is Galaxy Wave. A continuous spell. Each time you Xyz summon, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. It will most likely be 250 in Duel Links. I do think it will. I don't think it's going to make it in at 500. This will probably definitely be nerfed. The rest of the cards that were changed with rarities, I don't think they will be related to the Kite event. However, this is what we got. And I am very excited. But to be honest, the only card that is really looking like it will be viable to play in a meta Photon deck is this guy, Boton Vanisher. The rest of these cards are straight up just not good enough. Photon Lizard is a level 3, and even though its search effect is valuable in a 20 card deck system, I just think you're going to have to stick to cards that are 2000 attack or can become 2000 attack very easily to allow you to summon Galaxy Eyes and Xyz summon at level 3 900 attack. It can't do either of those things, and the search may not be worth it. Who knows? But Photons, it's not looking good for them, at least with the initial Kite release. The rest of the Photon and Galaxy cards that are remaining as URs, you may expect them to return as box cards later down the road. Of course, we can only wait and see. But yeah, let me get all these off the screen because we do have one more card to talk about on the list. And that is Linear Accelerator. And Linear Accelerator will be coming with a mission circuit happening at the same time as the Kite Unlock event. Tribute one monster and inflict damage to your opponent equal to half that monster's original attack. If you activate this card, you can activate any other spell cards this turn. So, pretty crazy, but I think it is only going to be dealing a quarter. It is crazy. These cards will be getting nerfed to half of the damage they do in the TCG, as they all have been since I've talked about them. So Konami is staying the course on their decisions, and a lot of these cards are just straight up going to be trash because of that. Yeah. So that's it. Also, they're saying the scroll of the duel log will stop when you select the log during duels. That is amazing. That's a change that we have wanted for a very long time. Thank you, Konami. And guys, that is it for this Duel World update. This was a very good Duel World update, and I am very excited for Photon's introduction into Duel Links. It is going to be rough, and we're going to have to wait for those box cards for very good cards. But it will be very interesting to see what cards they give us in the box. Photon Vanisher is great. I'm glad that we at least have one good card obtainable through the event. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Let me know what you guys are excited for. Until then, peace out, guys. I'll see you in the next video.